Hey guys, this is number 14 of the test 1 review, and after we hit number 14 we're gonna jump to 19 because everything in between I already did a video for. Okay, just kind of out of order. Okay, so number 14 says limit as x approaches infinity of 9x plus 8 over 8x minus 6. So if what x approached was a number, then we would try plugging in the number, and if we got a 0 on bottom, we'd look at the picture. But x doesn't approach a number, it approaches infinity. So when that happens, we either have to think about our horizontal asymptote rules, or we put it in our calculator and look at the picture. Okay, so we're gonna do both, just in case. So let's try putting this sucker in the calculator. We're gonna go to y equals. And we're gonna type the top in parentheses, then the divide sign, and the bottom in parentheses. So parentheses, 9x plus 8, close parentheses, divided by, open parentheses, 8x minus 6, okay. Yeah, then I'm gonna press graph. Bam. And it looks like my picture looks something like this, okay? Maybe like a, okay, something like that. And then, okay, something like this, yeah. Okay, and then this problem is asking for as x approaches infinity. So infinity is over here on the right of the x-axis. So we're looking at, as we approach infinity from the right, what is the y value going to be? So you can kind of tell from our picture, from my calculator, that there's a pretend side-to-side boundary line that's in between these two curves. And that's the horizontal asymptote. So you can't really tell. My hand-drawn picture is poopy, but my calculator picture is awesome. It looks like there's a side-to-side asymptote in between those two. And it looks like it might be at one, like one up. Okay, but we don't know for sure. And I think we learned that lesson on number 13, that when it comes to finding the horizontal asymptote, it's easier just to look at your equation and do the algebra. Okay, so I'm thinking that my horizontal asymptote is like 1 up, maybe 2, maybe 1.5, I don't know. But let's do the algebra. For the algebra, we look at the highest exponent on top, which is 1, the highest exponent on bottom, which is 1, and then this turns into the same thing as number 13. Since you have the same exponents, all you have to do is divide the big fat numbers attached. So the big fat number attached to x to the 1 is a 9. The big fat number attached to the x to the 1 on the bottom is a 8. So we're just going to divide these big fat numbers. 9 divided by 8. Yeah. These are called coefficients. Okay, and then let me put 9 divided by 8 in the calculator. Oh, okay. It's a decimal that stops. So on this one, you can type 1.125, or you can put the original 9 over 8. And the reason I can put a decimal is because 9 divided by 8 is this exact decimal. If this was, a decimal that went on forever, I would not type that in. Instead, I would use the fraction. Okay, but either way, our horizontal asymptote is 9 over 8. So the first thing that I did was I plugged it in the calculator to look at my picture. Then I saw, poop, I ain't gonna get this right away. So then I looked at my exponents, and when they're the same exponent of the x's on top and bottom, you divide their coefficients. And I think earlier we thought that this side-to-side asymptote might have been at 1. And 9 over 8 is really close to that. It's 1.125. So we were right-ish, but I'm glad we put the fraction. So, yeah. Let's jump to number 19. If you're looking for